Well, hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today, we'll be talking about Jing Yuan. Or more specifically, I'm making the Jing Yuan guide. Because I know ever since Acheron came out, his value definitely diminished for sure. But to be fair, Acheron legit power creep everyone, so damn. But he's still a very competent DPS in MOC and really good in pure fiction. And I'll be talking about Jing Yuan talents and priorities, his Lycon, his relics, his best teams, his eidolons, and things you need to consider with Jing Yuan. And of course, if you like what you see, why not give me a like and subscribe, because for one, I really want to hit 800 so badly. So come on, help a brother out, would you? Okay, that's enough begging.
Kids these days, a little too naive.
Okay, let's understand a few stuff about Jing Yuan. Jing Yuan is a 5-star erudition lightning character that specializes in both AoE and follow attacks. And everything around Jing Yuan kit revolves around his talent. Like, I know it's very wordy, but I'll just dumb it down for you. Bro basically has this entity called Lightning Lord, and that's where a majority of Jing Yuan damage comes from. And Lightning Lord acts like his own separate character. He has his own turn order and his own speed as base 60 and can hit the enemy 3 times. And when his Lightning Lord turn, he attacks the enemy, dealing follow-up damage. But base 60 speed and 3 stacks of Lightning Lord is kinda trash. But we can make Lightning Lord stronger, and to make Lightning Lord stronger, we need to make Jing Yuan stronger. And that revolves around Jing Yuan traces. His base attack, it's garbage, don't use it, and if you use it,
Mr. Sparrow, creases Jordans!
Creasing Jordans.
okay, Jing Yuan's skill is pretty simple. It hits everything on the field and gives you 2 stacks of Lightning Lord. And you will always be using his skill to deal damage while also stacking up Lightning Lord. Jing Yuan ultimate hits everything on the field while giving you 3 stacks of Lightning Lord. But also one thing I think you should note, there's like this misconception about Jing Yuan being too dependent on Lightning Lord, saying how the ultimate and skill does like no damage. And like this was around like the destruction meta before like pure fiction was a thing. And Argenti didn't exist as yet. Like, I'm not exactly sure the rumor got cleared up or anything, but basically the skill and ultimate kind of balance to the fact that it can hit everything on the field. And if you use the skill ultimate on like 2 or 3 enemies, it's not gonna do as much as like a destruction character for common sense reason. But if there's like 4 to 5 enemies on the field, you can actually make the skill and ultimate do actually a really good amount of damage. And even with like 2 or 3 enemies, it still does like decent damage. Jing Yuan technique, given 3 stacks of Lightning Lord off rip, which is nice, so you can set up some scenarios where you can get 10 stacks off rip to do like massive damage. And for the priorities, you should always go talent first, because that's a big chunk of Jing Yuan damage. And the next one can be a toss-up between the ultimate or skill. I'll say ultimate because it does more damage. It can go either way, then skill, and then you leave the basic attack alone. Like, there's like no reality where you're gonna use the basic attack. Okay, traces. If the trace give you energy at the start of the battle, it's okay. Nothing crazy, but nothing bad either. The next trace is actually really solid because one is Lightning Lord turn action is over 6 and he hits an enemy, the next turn Jing Yuan get 25% crit damage for the next turn. It's pretty good, but the last one I think is the best one by far. When you unlock it, you basically get 10 free crit rates for just using the skill which you will already use by default. And like, the amount of crit rate Jing Yuan gets is so nice to a point that you can comfortably put yourself a crit damage body piece with ease. Like for my Jing Yuan crit rate, I have 60 crit rate with a crit damage body piece. And I'm not even taking into account the crit rate buff I get for using Jing Yuan's skill. And how you would play Jing Yuan is you would try to get as much Lightning Lord stacks as you can by using a technique, his skill, his ultimate to build up Lightning Lord stacks basically. And yeah, that's about it for the talents and priorities. Let's talk about Jing Yuan Lycons now.
Clouds that cover the heavens!
Will the knights protect the Siege?
Okay, for obvious reasons, before Dawn had Jing Yuan best Lycon, his signature Lycon for the amount of crit damage follow attack increase, that thing is crazy good on him. To a point that why was so much damage locked away behind his Lycon?
I have a question for the god. Why?
Like, it sucks, but at the same time, that Lycon is so good on Jing Yuan and so universally good on so much erudition unit, like it kind of worth to get and can be like a big damage increase if you're willing to get it. But don't worry, there's still tons of amazing Lycons you can use for your Jing Yuan. For both free to play and gacha options, you have the series of breakfast for the amount of damage bonus and attack it can give you. And in pure fiction, you can easily stack this thing up fully. And then you have the other free Lycon you can get the day the Cosmo falls for the attack bonus, and just hitting 2 2 enemies, you get free crit damage. That's pretty nice. But if you have like Jingyuan on your team, I would say like the Fall of the Cosmos better because for the amount of attack you'll get from Jingyuan. And then the next icon I want to talk about is Night on the Milky Way, because that icon, that pure fiction icon, but in pure fiction, that icon is crazy. You basically max out the attack buff and you get a free 30% attack bonus for just breaking a shield. Like, you'll always have that thing up. Like, that icon is amazing, and you can get it if you save up enough currency, or you get it from losing your icon banner 50-50, or you get it from standard. But for the 4-star gotcha option, if you have them, and especially Super Inquisition, they are by far better than the free-to-play options, being the Birth of Self and Genius Repose. Birth of Self for the amount of follow-up damage it can increase, and Genius Repose for the attack it gives, and if you get KO, legit, you get so much crit damage from that icon for free. But Genius Repose is more for pure fiction, and Birth of Self can be used in both pure fiction and MOC. And boosting follow-up damage is kinda rare to get other than Jingyuan icon and Birth of Self. But if you have like a S1 Birth of Self and a S5 Genius Repose, it can be better than Birth of Self. Or if you have a S1 Genius Repose and a S5 Birth of Self, S5 Birth of Self will be better. Just pick the one you have a higher Super Imposition on. But damn, why they have to lock so much of Jingyuan power behind a freaking icon? Like, damn, they did that to Jingyuan, they did to Archon. I'm calling it. Next 5-star Lightning DPS they release, they're gonna have so much of their power locked behind because Mahoya want their money.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Singular encounters will end this possibility.
Okay, for Jingyuan Relics, for the early game, you don't need to focus on getting gold until you can guarantee yourself some gold artifacts. But if you need something to hold you down, the Wild Wheat set can be an option, like a 2-piece Wild Wheat, 2-piece Sizzling Thunder can be an option. But for stuff you should farm for once you can get gold relics, if you're farming in the early game and you want gear for like your preservation units, farming the domain where you can get the Sizzling Thunder set can be an option. Like in the electric set, what else you want me to say? But I would say his best set is by far the 4-piece Duke set, because you can easily stack up the attack bonus you get from just doing follow attacks. Like, it's pretty nice. But if you can't get a 4-piece, 2-piece follow attack and 2-piece Sizzling Thunder can be an option. Or if you have like Wild Wheat set or any set that gives you 18% attack can work as well with either the follow-up set or Sizzling Thunder. Just pick one that has the best substat and will give you the best ratios. And then for the Planet Ornament, there's actually a few good options you can use. NSL Sorrow, boosted follow attack, and ultimate damage, and give you a little crit rate. Very nice.
Nice.
And then another planet ornament you can use being Unclaimed Desolation. It gives you a little crit rate, which is very nice. And if you KO an enemy, you get 4 crit damage, which can stack up to 10 times. You get a free 40% crit damage if you can stack up the pass. So like, this is a set you can only really use in pure fiction. Like, again, it all depends on substats between Inner Soul Sorrow or this set. Or you got very cracked out Space Civilization. Like, pick the one that has the best substats for you basically. But I'll say either Inner Soul Sorrow or Unclaimed Desolation is by far best planet ornaments. Okay, then for substats, right? Obviously you want crit rate and crit damage and attack, obviously, right? But speed can be such an essential thing for Jingyuan, but also at the same time not really, depending on circumstance. Okay, check this out. Speed is important for Jingyuan because, for one, that's how you get more stacks of Lightning Lord by giving Jingyuan more turns, and if Jingyuan faster, you can get more turns to stack up Lightning Lord, right? But the problem with that is the fact that Jingyuan is slow as sin. Like, even with speed boots, you're not even close to 130 speed. Like, you need to get a lot of speed substats for your substats, and you know how RNG can be a bitch sometimes, how you can just fuck you over and not even pay for any dinner, like, damn.
I hate it here!
So it can be kind of challenging to build speed on Jingyuan, and if you don't have the proper speed on Jingyuan, he will feel clunky to play. Like, that's why people are saying he feels bad, because for one, it takes so long to build up Lightning Lord stacks, because for one, the Jingyuan is too slow to build up stacks for Lightning Lord. So you might need to build a lot of speed, or what you can do instead, use characters that can buff your speed like Asta or Hanya, or Sparkle who can legit advance you forward, basically giving Jingyuan a whole new turn. To a point that you don't even need to worry about speed again. Okay, so now I got that out of the way, let's talk about the main stats now. The head will be HP and the glove will be attack for obvious reasons. For the body, I would say go crit damage, but if you're lacking crit rate, you can go crit rate as well. For the boots, it can either be speed or attack. If you have Asta, Anya, or Sparkle, you can go attack, but if you're not using any of those units, go with speed. I only go for speed because for one, that's the only good boost I have on my account. Then for the rope, you go attack, and then lastly for the rope, you go lightning damage. And if you don't have lightning damage, attack can work as well until you can get electric damage. And yeah, that's about it for the relics and substats part of this video.
Your gift of instruction. I will pay in this strife.
Okay, for Jing Yuan's best team, for one, Jing Yuan over the course of Honkai story lifespan, the devs actually brought a lot of characters that buffed Jing Yuan indirectly. Like for Soul Sustain, there are three main options. There's Warful, Aventurine, and my favorite, Fushan. Because Jing Yuan and Fushan can make quite a deadly team together. The crit rate buff is nice, but one thing about Fushan is the universal cleanse she has in her kit, and how this pairs with Jing Yuan. If Jing Yuan gets CC, legit Lightning Lord doesn't activate, which is dumb, but that's just how it works. So that immunity to cleanse is very nice, but Ho can be a good option because she can also cleanse, buff your attack and energy recharge, which is nice. And Aventurine, big shield, and triggering follow attack also go toward Aventurine follow attack as well. And then for a buffer, Jing Yuan is such a perfect option for Jing Yuan because legit Jing Yuan and Ting are basically married. Because the energy she gives, the down bonus she gives, the attack boost is massive for Jing Yuan. And then I'll go for Sparkle next because for one, Sparkle and Jing Yuan is such a deadly combo because for one, it basically fixes Jing Yuan speed problems. Gives you more skill points and buff your crit down, pretty nice. But legit, you have so much support options, honestly crazy. You have Ron May, for how much buff she can give Jing Yuan. You have Topaz being a sub DPS and boosting up Jing Yuan forward attacks. There's Hanya or Asta if you don't have Sparkles. There's Pale the fact that she can lower all enemy defense. And very soon when Robin comes out, she will be an insane buff for Jing Yuan as well. Like you have options upon options upon options upon options basically. Hell, you can even do this ultimate Jing Yuan hypercarry team I'm using for the gameplay. Like the amount of damage output I was able to put out with this setup is crazy. Like with this setup on the second side of this new pure fiction, around 32,000 points, which is actually pretty solid. And like as I said, there's so many options for Jing Yuan team combo, like you have tons of options you can go through. Okay, now let's move on to Jing Yuan Eidolons now.
So, have you decided yet?
So Jing Yuan Eidolons are honestly kind of interesting because one, E1 just basically gives you a 25% damage increase. E2 is when Lightning Lord strikes the enemies with his follow attack. Jing Yuan base attack, skill, and ultimate deal 20% more damage for 2 turns. E3, that's the ultimate and basic attack. E4 to me I think should have just been Jing Yuan kit, but basically based on how much actions you get energy per action Lightning Lord has. So for example, if Lightning Lord had 3 actions, Jing Yuan will get 6 energy back. And let's say you're 10 stacks of Lightning Lord, that equates to 20 energy you'll get back. Like it good, but I just think that should have been in Jing Yuan base kit and made the E4 give you even more energy in my opinion. E5, that's the talent and skill. Okay, the E6 kind of confused me at first, but what it basically does, based on how much time Lightning Lord hits an enemy for, they get applied with some effect that basically make the enemy receive 12% more damage, which can stack up to 3 times until the end of Lightning Lord current turn basically. I'll be honest, Jing Yuan Eidolons are good. Of course they are, you're paying for extra power, but if you compare Eidolons to his signature Lycone, I will always recommend you go for his Lycone. You get much more of power spike and it can be placed on other erudition characters like Himiko, Herta, Xingqiu, like so much characters basically. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, come on. Ready? Oh, now Jing Yuan ready. No, Jing Yuan is ready. It's Jing Yuan. Oh, oh, you're fucked now. Oh, you're fucked. Boom. Woo! Yeah. Alright, so things you need to consider, right? Because one, Jing Yuan is a very old character because he was the second limited fighter to come out right next to Sela because Jing Yuan came out on the second half of the opening day of Honkai Star Rail. And then like power creep on like Genshin Impact actually hitting hard and some units just getting left behind or some units just getting flat out power creep. Like Akron came out and she legit so much better than genuine MOC. It's not even a joke. And like in pure fiction, like even Akron is good in pure fiction if you have like a dot team. Like genuine is a good unit, but the problem with that is most of the newer releases are just getting broken, and that just becoming the standard and the normal for Honkai style. And being good is alright, but when you compare it to broken where there's so much of it, you can kind of see cracks in how hard genuine is to build compared to someone like Acheron. Luckily, Honkai Star is a casual game and we can pretty much use whoever the hell we want with enough investment and resources. And Jingyuan is still a very strong character even to this day for being a very old character. With all the indirect buff Hoyo been given to Jingyuan, being with new Relics character coming out to help him out, he can still beat MOC in good clear time. And in pure fiction, Jingyuan actually feels really strong in pure fiction. Like for me personally, Jingyuan is not a meta character in my eyes, but he is still a very strong character, and if you go for him, you will never have any type of regrets. Like honestly, I love Jingyuan because he is such a fun character to me, and I'll keep on using him even though I have E2 S1 Akron. King Yuan for life. And yeah, that's about it, because with all that said, I think that everything I want to talk about for today's video, because god damn, this video gonna be such a pain in the ass that is. So thanks for watching, I do appreciate you for sure, and let me know what I should do next, and let me know what you guys think what I say, cause I read and respond to all my comments. And follow me on all my social medias in the description or the pinned comment, and join my Discord server and be a part of my community, cause it'll just make me a happy boy, so just do it for my sake, won't you? And with all that said, take care, love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.
Keep an eye out.